How to unlove someone. How to unlove. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna, Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 channels. The channel names are pinned at the top of the comment section below. I have Grandma's porch covered up with sheets because we are having heavy pollen, and for about 2 weeks of the year we get very, very heavy greenish yellow pollen. And so I'm just covering up all my furniture outside to keep it nice and clean. So what do I talk about when I'm talking about unloving someone? Does that mean not liking them? Does that mean being mean? Does that mean being unkind? Does that mean throwing away all the good times that we've had together? Absolutely not. Unloving someone is a process when a relationship has changed significant enough that we're not going to move forward in that relationship with that person. I believe in cherishing and loving the memories that we shared together. And yet, I believe that when you unlove someone, it's because they're moving in a direction and you're moving in a direction, and they're opposite directions. And it doesn't mean that you don't wish them well. It means that you wish them the best. And yet your relationship has come to a crossroads where you're both taking different directions. When you unlove someone, often you will remain thinking about them, because unloving someone is a process. It's a journey all to itself. And we hope that we never have to go through an unloving process. And yet, if you live long enough, there are relationships that we may have been connected to very, very closely and emotionally to, that no longer are going to go forward in that way. And so when we unlove someone, we wish them the best. We may even still have a friendship or a relationship or contact with that person. And it may be a very good contact, but the level of emotional investment may have changed. And so when we unlove someone, it is a journey. It is a process. I remember many years ago, I dated a guy prior to meeting my husband, and I knew the relationship wasn't right any longer. And so I decided that we would no longer be together. And so we broke up. We no longer had a relationship. We both went our separate ways. And yet I continued to love him. I continued to think about him. I continued to miss him for probably close to a year. And I remember I would have to kind of reprogram my thoughts. Every time I got to thinking about him, I would have to shift my thoughts to something else. Eventually, I was able to go through that unloving process. Now, when I saw him a year later, the kind of emotional relationship that we once had was not there anymore. It wasn't there from me to him. Although I cared about him, I wished him all that was wonderful, but I was now free to move on in my life in a new direction. And so I had gone through that unloving process. And, to this day, I have wonderful, loving memories of our time that we shared many, 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 many years ago. But I would never want to go back into a relationship. Of course, I'm happily married and been happily married for a very, very long time. And so what I'm saying, though, is that unloving someone is sometimes a necessary process to go through when the relationship is not going to continue to be the same. And so, unloving someone doesn't mean that you don't love the memories you shared, and it doesn't mean that you don't wish them the best. Of course, we want to wish other people the very, very best, and yet that emotional level that we once had may have changed. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.